Here we go. Take one, review. I gotta say his name. I'm sorry. It's synonymous with the film. Christopher Nolan is nobody's idea of a director who's ever made a perfect film. Doubt he ever will. I gotta establish that because the hype of each of his projects can become a bit overwhelming. I'm flustered just thinking about the pressure going into this fucking film, and it's no match for the tension that you'll feel during the watch. But you gotta remember, guys, it's a fucking movie. It's not Y2K. Take it down. Boners in the pants. Put some ice on it. Just diffuse that. It's never gonna be like you hoped. I'm sorry. It's too good to be true. Or rather, too true to be good. But he's good. It's just perfection is a level that few films can achieve and few directors can ever lay claim to once. Now, those few films must adhere to all of your aesthetic preferences and schemas in order to get ranked that highly, no matter who you are. When I think of perfection, I think of Goodfellas, No Country for Old Men, Scarlett Johansson, but Christopher Nolan, he's not even in the running. He's like that average student who's trying to get into the honors class. Like, Billy, towards is not a word. You will be assigned the Cat in the Hat again this year. Sorry. Why are you even here? It's summer. Go out and play, you schnook. Nolan movies, the idea is you get an intellectual lap dance. It's not a religious experience. You fuck off and you don't expect to be changed. I don't understand what people expect from this guy. The heat is on. And because there's no living director whose quest for perfection is as recognized and rooted for by the masses as Nolan. And obviously the Batman franchise is what made him a hotbox name, but here we are. We know that Nolan wants to be in the pantheon with Kubrick, but he's not as intellectual as Kubrick. He wants to hold a lighter to your tear ducts like Spielberg, but he lacks the empathy of a Spielberg. He shoots on 70mm lenses on IMAX cameras, but only now is he starting to learn how to compose a memorable shot. There are a few excellent wide angles in Dunkirk, a lot of cool tilts and swirls in the aerial joustings, but his editing is bum-rushed, his crosscuts too numerous. Why can't he just show the ship sink? Why does he have to cut in between that and two other unrelated scenes? It's meant to increase the tension because the music stays the same. Hans Zimmer is really the secret to this movie, and I'll get to that. But for me, it did the opposite. It diffused the tension. Otherwise, his overarching theme of time is put to very good use most of the time. But again, we judge Nolan harsher as a filmmaker because his reputation precedes him. It's like porn. If you see a titless newbie skinned bobcat in the POV or whatever, she's a first timer. You're like, okay, she's a newbie. Say hello to the camera. Hi, mom and dad. Yes, they're so proud of you. You don't hold her to the same standard as the porn stars. If Madison Ivy was in a video riding hardcock and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, she pops a titty on your face like bubblegum, you'd be like, what the fuck, bitch? You came too far to fuck up. Sew that shit back on and redo the whole scene. Fuck this. Dunkirk. Okay, fuck. The film is beautiful at times, disjointed at others. I love the use of color. On the other hand, many scenes had a disorienting quality to them. It didn't vibe with the clockwork structure. I think the film, every once in a while, could have taken a moment to very briefly show us what is going on without dialogue. Because there are a few scenes that are just so jarring that it fucks you up chronologically, it fucks you up in terms of characters because they all look alike. Maybe the confusion was intentional, but they keep giving him carte blanche to do it, so who knows. And this is the frustrating part. Some things you have to divert your mind from when you watch a Nolan film. You must accept that he will never get off Hans Zimmer's dick. Those meandering drones and that underscore important moments, the same apeshit bass and drums. Zimmer's idea of composing a score is to take a couple Ambien and rest his face on the keyboard for half an hour, add a drum loop, and email a zip file to Nolan. And while I don't dig his shit, it's hard to say what the film would be without him. His score clashes with the explosions to create a quaking tension that I'm not sure Nolan or his editors should be taking full credit for. Whenever there's a lull in the film, Zimmer is the guy to smack the junkie and flip on his stomach. Wake up! We are crescendoing again! And there's tick tick tick, lots of ticking. Get it? Time? And he gets to be the one composer who gets to sell a masterclass for $90. Blow me, Hans. Now, a lot of people were worried about the PG-13 rating. Oh, I can take my kids to this? What are you doing, no, making war into child's play? Rest assured, of all the film's problems, the PG-13 is really the least of them. And while the real war certainly wasn't some My Little Pony shit, the lack of blood is only evident in that one poorly done scene. I won't spoil it, but it takes place on a civilian lifeboat. Otherwise, the tension makes up for the lack of gore. It's fine. Dunkirk is his shortest film. To me, that means it embodies the least amount of flaws that I associate with Nolan. For instance, we all know how cringy his dialogue can be, especially that of the expository strain. When Kenneth Branagh's naval commander peers through his binoculars at the oncoming fleet of boats, he's asked, "What do you see? Sir, what do you see?" And his response is Corny's Iowa. Dunkirk contains one character who we're supposed to give a fuck about, who we are set up to give a fuck about. And we don't, because he's given zero context. If you're looking for characters to care about, look elsewhere, you fucking Care Bear. I'm the I don't Care Bear, and I don't like someone trying to make me care about a character and not be able to fucking do it. The fact that Nolan tries to do it when he can't is a joke. 1 point off of that shit. It's embarrassing. Really, Nolan, suck a cock. Oh, what? You can't do it? He can't do it! You're a fucking joke. You suck. Just kidding, I love you. Work hard, play hard, make a good movie. Now, first part, let me just do a brief synopsis. First part concerns the beach dwellers. They're either waiting to be saved or hustling to get on the Titanic. I half expected Leo to wash up on shore, because that beach looks exactly like the beach from Inception. And it takes place over a week, and it follows Harry Styles, who bides his time jumping a couple sinking ships, with his fans swimming closely behind. I mean, I assume they're his fans, not just survivors, because they're all swimming in one direction. Oh, fuck me. Alright, second part follows the civilian rescue boats with the BFG and the Scarecrow. These scenes were definitely my least favorite, and they take place over a day. Lastly, we got Bane on a plane, Tom Hardy trapped in another gas mask. These scenes are geographically the easiest to understand in terms of film language, where exactly everything is, and it had me gripping my dick so hard it melted in my hand. I mean, that... Granted, that may have just been me holding in my piss and failing. Okay. Well, yeah, because I wasn't gonna, like, get up during a Nolan movie. So I'm saying... I'm kidding, I didn't piss myself. So I'm saying that the less Nolan fucks with characters and dialogue, the better. And he went balls out with Interstellar, and he failed, in my opinion. A noble, impressive failure, but a failure nonetheless. It's like watching a daredevil motorcyclist go over the Grand Canyon. I think most would agree that Interstellar is his most absurd film. Luckily, Dunkirk is nothing like that. It's clenched tight as a pedophile's ass in prison. It's like that scene in Breaking Bad where Tuco does a rail of meth and just like, whoa, tight, 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 tight! Like a fat chick in a corset. You get the drift. What else? If you see this film in IMAX, the sound mixing may fail you, just a disclaimer, as it did with Interstellar. Now, to my untrained Yankee ear, it doesn't help that I could barely make out the squabbles among the English soldiers amidst the peril. That didn't help, but I genuinely do think the dialogue actually got lost in the mix as well. Still, the sound design of the warfare is rapturous. I also appreciate how the film never really shows the Germans, ever. Bombs and shrapnel are all we need to be made aware of their presence. This is a British story. This is like the Brexit of war films, proud to be English. Fuck everyone else in the arse. We some dandy hooligan, fancy a crumpet and a cup of tea. There's a couple of references sprinkled in there. I haven't even gotten to the best part about Dunkirk, which is its use of time. It weaves these stories so well that it takes the same amount of time for each of them on their own separate timelines to swirl toward the same heroic conclusion. Imagine a ferry going the same distance as a fighter pilot in the same amount of time cinematically. Maybe there's a deleted scene somewhere in the dark room of Tom Hardy doing figure eights for 8 hours. That would invalidate the timeline, but in terms of the film, it would make more sense. But it doesn't matter because Nolan pulled it off. There's no point in recommending this or not recommending it to anybody in particular. If you find nothing stimulating about the roller coasters Nolan sends you on, you know who you are. If not, have fun with the latest carousel ride from Marvel. I would say this is among his finest work to date, mainly because it is kept simple. It's a straightforward story, and we know how much he fucks up complex narratives. Dunkirk ends on a tasteful, very British note. I think it's his best ending. And an ending really leaves the final impression on what a film, how you perceive it. In terms of what Nolan sets out to do and what he gets accomplished, this is in his top 2 for me. Frustrating at times, but excellent. And like all my reviews, this video will probably be diminished like a disappointing child in my eyes once I revisit Dunkirk. But for now, I'm giving this a 9 out of 10. Please subscribe, there's much more to come, because I gotta use this microphone, abuse the shit out of it till it's fucking dead. I intend to do so. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.